I remember somebody telling me that, what's the point? You are old, just go and get married. And in my head, I'm like, have you forgotten that I have a child out of wedlock? The stupid me still wanted to abort. My son does not have a certificate that other child has from church because they still did not see the need to come to a naming ceremony. I couldn't even afford a dress to wear. My mom was now the mother to my son. I left my son at home and I went to school. I was shy to come out because IBK cannot be pregnant because IBK is a church girl. Single mothers, why are you hiding your child? Hello.
Let's get right into it. Can you just introduce yourself a little bit?
Introducing myself is going to be quite difficult, but okay, like I said, my name is Olaonipekun Ibukunoluwa Elizabeth, and everybody calls me IBK. And I'm a fresh graduate of, I said fresh because just recent, just some weeks ago, of Babcock University, and yeah, a little bit of proud moment. A first class grad, basically, social work discipline, and well, I'm a podcaster, I'm an actor, just for the stage, like theater art, and I can sing too, and very dramatic. Yeah, I can be very dramatic.
I'm sure you know why we're here today, right?
Do I?
We're here to have an open conversation.
Yeah, open conversation. That's it.
Oh, goodness. So are you ready?
Ask me again.
Are you ready? IBK me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to have an open conversation?
I'm ready.
Final answer.
I think I am.
Okay. Please relax. Pull the microphone to yourself. What would you like to share with us? IBK me.
Okay, first I want to say that for every young adult or for every young female listening to me right now, I want you to believe that you can do anything and you can achieve anything you want to achieve. Do not consider your age or the fact that you have a past that is so terrible, that is so nauseating, that is so irritating to you, and then you want to just stay in your past, like my dad would say. Not my dad, but my adopted father would say.
Okay.
Don't let your past hold you down. Tend to get up and brush up your past away from your future and tend to see what your future holds. So I'm giving this to someone today, and I'm sharing my story because I want somebody to be encouraged.
Okay. Thank you.
So basically, that's just the starter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's his third sigh.
So I think sharing this is so hard, but it's not hard again because I feel somebody's going to learn from this. I'm a go-getter. Once I put my mind into something, I want to achieve it. So I'm going to start from the back, not like from the bottom to the top. I recently posted on TikTok that I think I posted first on Twitter that I finished school at 33 and I have an OND in Science Lab Tech, and I switched profession to start all over again in 2020. And guess what? I lost the admission in that same 2020. So I didn't have to do directly again, I had to do JUPEP. And I remember somebody telling me that, what's the point? You are old, just go and get married. And in my head, I'm like, have you forgotten that I have a child out of wedlock? So it's going to be very hard for me to get a man that won't accept me without a proper education and then with my child. It was quite hard, but like I said, and I'm very proud to say it, and I'm saying this again to somebody, if you have a support system that is pushing you to be better, please do not give up on yourself. Consider the fact that people are holding up and holding themselves together to say, oh, girl, you can do it, girl, you can do it, girl, you can do it. So when you have support system around you that is encouraging you, the only thing you have to do is just show effort. Like, show up. Because people are already saying, oh, IBK, you can do it, IBK, you can do it, IBK, we're here for you. So what's the point? What's the excuse I have if I don't want to show up, or if I say I don't want to show up, or if I say I can't do it? So long somebody is in my head, or the voices in my head are saying, oh, sis, you can do it, daughter, you can do it, girl, you can do it, just go for it, go for it. That's like the enough support I needed to see that, oh, I can actually achieve these things. So a flip back. More like I'm acting. So I'm going back to 2013. I finished OND in 2013, Kwara State Polytechnic. And I did not finish with a very bad result. I've always been smart. I'm still smart. So I finished with upper credits. It was supposed to be a distinction, but I don't know what happened. But then upper credits, that's gone. And then I came to Lagos. I used to live in Lagos before I moved to Ibadan. Along the line, you're going to know why I moved to Ibadan. So I came to Lagos and I met this very amazing guy. Let me add this. I'm a Christian. And because of whatever happened to me, I did not leave the faith. Even though at some point I left. I had to find my way back to Christ. Not to the people, not to church, but to Christ. So I met this guy, very amazing. He was amazing. It was amazing, it was sweet and all of those things. And you know how the old bubble gum and all of those happiness when you see a guy that cares about you and all of those other things. So we're talking and all of those other things. We're friends. He was coming to my house. I was going to East, even though we're sneaking in when I go to East, because his friends don't totally like me. And then that's where it comes in with the relationship thing. When you notice that, even in talking stage, the sister to your boyfriend, I be your boyfriend's sister, I be your mom, I be the mother, I be the father, doesn't give a hoot or doesn't give, I don't want to use the F word about you. Carry your slippers and run. There's no trying to want to make them love you or like you. So I didn't see that because I was so much in love. I was so much in loss because I can't count that as love. Like somebody said, the relationship I had in my secondary school is not a relationship. I can't count it as a relationship. It's just out of it. But I wasn't in secondary school, so I felt like it was enough time for me to be in a relationship. Fast forward, I got pregnant. Like I said, we're going to church.
What year was this?
It was 2013, 2014.
Okay.
Guess what, guys? The pregnancy or the sex that led to pregnancy was done in a car. I know it's funny, but I don't know, maybe it's my brain, but I can remember everything. Like I can picture it right now. I was wearing a gown. I was going to work. That's how mad I was. I'll go to work, very stressful work. And then, I don't want to mention his name, I'll just use the word C. And then C will call me and say, oh, come over to this place, let's meet, and this, all of those things. After a very stressful day, because I want to keep a man, I'll still go. And the stupid me still wanted to abort. I followed him to where we're going to do the abortion. And I got to the place. I didn't like the environment. I didn't like the way the doctor was talking. Because I've been into it like science lab student. I know how it works and all of those things. And then the man said, it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be this. Guess what? My friend said if I had gone ahead to do it, maybe something else would have gone wrong. So I got home. God bless my mom. I love her so much. I got home and I met my mom with the result of the pregnancy test that I had done with my guy. With C. And then I could hear her crying from the door. And that happened. And then she begged me. She was begging me. My mom was begging me. Because I had made up my mind I wanted to. Because I didn't see the reason why I should stop my life because of a guy that do not care. And then he told me that his parents said, we can't get married. So I moved on. It was hard because the foolish me had to stop work.
Foolish you at the time?
At that time, I had to stop working because he made promises that I was going to be there. Funny how when his friend found out, he ran away from home. I think for like a week. I couldn't reach him. I couldn't talk to anybody. My mom was angry. My sisters were angry. Guess what? I was stripped of every leadership position I took in. I was already in church. I could not do choir. I could not do Sabbath school. Now I leaked out my church name. But then, it's fine. I could not do Sabbath school. I was an Adventist. There's nothing to hide. I'm still an Adventist. I could not do Sabbath school. I could not do youth ministry. But one person stayed. I don't know if you're going to see this, but I love you so much. And I'm grateful for the fact that you took the shame. Like, he would come back from work and then he would take a walk with me because I was heavily pregnant. My face was swollen, my leg was swollen. And then Klechukwu Valentine would take a walk with me, tell me to come downstairs from my house. And then he would walk with me through the streets because it felt like it was too much for me to just stay by myself. And it was hard because it was a guy and he stood up for me. Regardless of, or despite of how everybody was talking down at me, everybody was making me feel like I was the most horrible person. And then to my mom, I owe her the word. I swear to God. And I promise myself every day that I would do everything in my capacity to make Maria happy, to make her proud. Because, guy, there were days that my mom would not eat though, but she will make sure that a pregnant daughter was filled. There was a day we went to church. Recently, when I graduated and I finished, and I'm like, we're just talking about everything that's happened. And then I told her that, Mama, Sharon T, like, do you remember when I was pregnant with Luke? And then I don't know why she finds joy talking about it, because she feels like that feast was a lesson, was a time for me to know that I am loved by God. I remember also when we got to church one time for a business meeting. We call it business meeting. I think they call it business meeting, all of these Methodist churches and all of these pedestrian, whatever churches they call it. So we got to church that day. C was not in church. I was in church. My mom was in church. Debbie was in church. And then they started talking, saying everything, blaming me, saying all sorts of things. And my younger sister stood up and said, can everybody shush? And let's see the fact that this person is not the only person involved in this thing. Where is the other party? Why is everybody blaming her? Why is everybody pointing fingers at her? Why can't we just make it seem like two people are involved in this? And at that point in time, like right there, I looked at my sister and my mother and I'm like, okay, I'm really loved at home. Like, I'm loved, like I'm appreciated at home, despite how I've disappointed them and how I've made them feel. When we got home, we settled our differences, but right there, they stood up for my mom. You know, when somebody was looking for a reason to now speak up, my mom spoke up and was like, yes, that she's not the only person involved. Why would you want to do this to my child? And she told me and my sister, let's go home. And after that day, that was the only way for us to pull out of like the mouth of the snail. Maybe that's what I would say, or the mouth of talkers and gossip and everything in church. Like, guys, they were gossiping about me in church. Like, I would sit. You know how it is that when people say they don't want to go to church? Me, I'll carry myself, dress up, I'll go to church, because I didn't see the need to hide. There was no point hiding. I already committed the sin. I've already settled with God. So why would I be scared of what people will say? It was hard though. It was hard. That's why I'm telling to every girl, every young adult here, if a man is telling you, don't worry, I'll take care of you, let's just, nah. If he's not settling with your family first, if you're not seeing a headway first, don't open your legs or don't open your body for any man. Because I tell you, if pregnancy comes up and they are not buoyant enough or comfortable enough to take care of you, they will run. I was too shy to ask my friends for help because I didn't tell any of my high school friends that I was pregnant. So I was shy to come out because IBK cannot be pregnant, because IBK is a church girl. Like, she spends every time church, camp, school, church, camp, school. You know, she doesn't do all those things. So I was too scared to tell my friends. So at some point, my mom said, you have to open up and let these people know. Maybe that's where your help will comfort. Damn Nolaji boy, I love you so much. I know I say it every time, but thank you for coming all the way from Surulere to Orile that day. Thank you for giving me that envelope that you gave me that Sunday night that you came, because I could hear the gossip when we went downstairs. When I saw you off from my house to the junction, I could hear everybody saying it loud. So old you, like I could hear you. They were not even shy to say certain things to me. They were not even shy to gossip about me. And yeah, shout out to Mommy Shade Ajayi. When my mom traveled to Ilorin to fix her eyes, like she went for a eye operation, she was always taking care of me. She would tell me to come downstairs. I'll go to her shop. She would cook for me. She would tell her daughters to keep me company. They will massage my leg. Auntie Dou will give me free air cuts, free air wash, and other stores. They were actually there. So I didn't feel like I was alone, even though I felt alone at some point. But I felt so loved. And then when my baby came, I felt so relieved. And I looked at my mom and I told her that I'm going to give him a name, Oluwadarasimi, because despite the pain, despite the struggles I went through, God was still faithful to me in the sense that He gave me a child, a son. It wasn't just a child, it was a child that I remember when I was supposed to give birth to him, it took me 48 hours. And then they said I was going to do CS. And I'm like, I don't have the capacity. And I remember Mom Shade saying that. She came to the room and she said, Ibiki, you're going to give birth to your child. Even if it's through CS, we're going to raise the funds. And then I had to be strong for my mother because my mom stood by my bed all through. She was there. There was an incident that happened in secondary school. I did something very terrible. And I was expelled. Not expelled, I was on suspension. I could not do the proper graduation. When my friends were planning for graduation necessary, I was serving punishments. Guess what, guys? My mom showed up in school. She showed up. And she was like, she's not going to leave me. She's not going to let me feel alone. I'm not a bad child, though. No, I'm not. It's just how, when useful exuberance, and then that's what I'm going to tell people today. Sometimes it's be in your head like, just try this thing. You're a good girl, oh. Everybody will try out that thing, they will go scot-free. But when you try it like this, to just hook your neck, that's what happened to my own sex out of marriage, whatever sex I had. I think that was what happened my first time, and then just hooked my neck. So fast forward to how I gained admission in 2020 and finished school 33 years old. Guess what, guys? I call myself Gen Z. I don't know. It's funny, but it's just a way to make me feel young at heart, basically. Because I don't like people making me feel like I'm old. I'm not old. It's just life that happens. Just life that happens. So basically, I suffered though. Hey, Jesus. I suffered. That's why if I have any opportunity to live a soft life now, I'm grabbing it with my full chest. I remember I gave birth to Darasimi and I told my mom last week or 2 weeks ago, my son does not have a certificate that other child has from church because they still did not see the need to come to a naming ceremony. It was one of my mom's, not like my mom's friend, but shall I call him a friend, a pastor that likes my mom, and they talk likes the way my mom comes to church, pray and all of those things. And he said, we can't just do it like that. We have to do it the proper way, even though the church is not going to do certain things. So it was him that came to name my child.
The church that you
yes, the church that
they didn't name your child.
They did, but it was not like a proper church setting. It was more like the pastor had to fight his way to come and do it. And I remember that every other day, even though some of my choir members felt like I was a bad person, some of them still used to come when I delivered my child. They still used to come around, say hello and all those other things. So they were the ones that showed up and they came, they sang, everybody knew that Olaonipekun put to bed. The clothes I wore for my child's naming ceremony was given to me by my mom's friend because I couldn't even afford a dress to wear. I remember running to her room and I'm like, Mama, because we used to call her Mama Abado. I'm like, Mama Abado, Mula shot in my wall. Then a child was like a big sister to me. And then she was like, I always find it hard to ask for help because I've always felt like I could do certain things by myself. Because I was working before, like I could afford a lot of things by myself. You know how Lagos is now, you have to hustle. I used to sell, like all those hustle is just normal that Lagos girl now, you have to also go to do motor, sell for people and all those things. So I used to have money. So when the pregnancy came, everything that I could do to make money stopped. Because who wants to? So yeah, all those people. That's why I said that I will never forget where I grew up. That house, number 13, Arrow Milk, you're there, Orile Gomu. That's like a core memory. Like, I love that place. And I hope that everybody that we grew up together, I hope that all of us are doing great and fine. I think we are. I've seen a lot of them, even though we don't talk, but some of us, we do talk, and some are married, some are not married, and some are doing great. So fast forward to me leaving Lagos. When I put to bed, I was frustrated. I didn't like the environment anymore. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable in my space. So I told my mom, I said, I need to go. I need to leave this place because for my sanity and for my peace. And for my child, I didn't want my child to grow up in that vicinity, especially in that church. So when people talk about church hurts, I'm like, I can relate like mad. It might not even be for baby child out of wedlock. It might be for something else. Maybe the way you dress. They didn't just like the way you did. They didn't just like the way you talk. And my mom used to tell me that she knew that some people did not like me just because of the fact that I'm IBK. Because, not like I'm very opinionated, but I feel like when I see people do certain things in the wrong way, I always stand up for people and be like, mommy, you're shaking me now. Mommy, you cannot do this now. Mommy, you cannot do this. So people did not like. So when that pregnancy came, it was an opportunity for them to say, oh, after all your gra, so this is how it is and all of those things. So I moved to Ibadan in, I think, 2016. I gave birth to my child in 2016, so I moved immediately. And I remember moving to Ibadan too. It was quite difficult too, but it wasn't that easy. Like, it wasn't just easy. But like I always say, another thing I want to tip in is, if you have friends that, like I said from the beginning, that want to see you do better, please, it's okay for you to appreciate them. It's okay for you to accept the help they're trying to render. So I moved to Ibadan and life happened again, changes and all of those things. And then my first work, I thought it was going to be a very amazing job and all of those things. Guess what, guys? It was for me to go to a factory and be folding papers and cartons and all of those things. OND graduate though. My certificate did not even matter. The first day I left my child, I cried. I had to run out of work because I could not handle it. I was feeling cold. I was feeling cold. I was feeling headache. I was uncomfortable. And then I told my mom that I could not do it. But I had to, because I did exclusive breastfeeding. So I did that because I wanted him to just not feel me when I'm not present. So I had to do a lot of work. I did a work of cleaning in an hotel in Ibadan. There's this family that God just placed in my life at the point that I felt that I was so alone. I'm going to boldly mention their names. Pastor and Dr. Mrs. Augusta Israel Lare. Oh my God. It was more like God saw that this child was drowning and then she needed somebody to just throw her up from the state of drownness. Like, they were there through the most difficult part of my life. Like, they just came in 2020. You know that COVID time? They just came into my life and then there was so much ease, so much peace. But before those time, before the 2020 or when I went back to school, you know, the 2016, 2017, all the hustling and bustling, they were all along it. There was one time I called Daddy and I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this cleaning job again. And then Daddy said, what do you want to do to survive? Like, how do you want to survive? How do you want to take care of your child? In fact, people were giving money, but I wanted more. I wanted more for myself. I wanted more for my mother. I wanted more for my child. So that happened, and I went through the stress of that cleaning job, teaching job, went back to cleaning again. So 2020, I got the call from Mommy and Daddy Olare. Life has to change. You have to start school again. Then in my head, I'm like, can't they just use my OND and do something? They said, no, you have to start all over again. And at that time, I think I was entering into 29 or 28. And then I was so reluctant, but daddy talked to me, daddy spoke to me, daddy talked me into it. And like I said, like I always say that I owe my mom a lot. I owe mommy and daddy Olaonipekun so much. I don't even think I can pay back. I don't think I can pay back for every time that they held my hands. I remember when I entered school and I started school. Like I said, I'm smart. I'm still smart. I was already on the first class lane. And second semester, where we were going to do matric, my school officer called me to the office and said, because of the JAM I used, I think I used JAM of 263. That's why, like, all the JAM I didn't fail, so there was no reason for me to not, but I think there was something that they said they used to collect admission letter from JAM. So because after that JAM, because I already finished school and I already had a child, I just wrote my mind up going back to school, so I didn't further more JAM admission letter and all of those other things. So when I needed it in school, I wasn't able to provide it. So losing that admission, that's why I said sometimes I want to make clarity. Losing that admission was not just my school negligence, it was my own negligence too, because I already said I wasn't going back to school. So I lost that admission 2020. And I remembered again, like I said, voices in my head. Mommy called me because they don't stay in Nigeria as at that time, even as at now. Mommy called me and then the first thing she said was, you are falling. You have to stand up. You cannot continue to be on the ground. This is what the devil wants, IBK. You have to get up. And I remember her saying to me, stand up, go to JUPEP office and find out if you can start JUPEP again. And then my response was like, Mommy, I just lost my admission. And then she said, we have to find a solution. It is hard, but you have to move on. I passed JUPEP. And then I got to school, got to normal setting. JUPEP now enables me to be in 200 level, not 100 level. Guess what, guys? I thought my troubles were over. I'm not going to mention her name, but I've forgiven you. I've forgiven you, girl. I'm letting it go, and I've let go of so many things that she said to me, so many hateful things that she said to me. She called me grandma. She called me so many very demeaning words like names and tags. When somebody makes you feel frustrated, like, what did I do to you, girl, that you hate me so much? I don't know, maybe because it was because of the fact that daddy always tells me that if I misbehave, I'm going to lose a lot of opportunity. At some point in school, I wanted to beat some people up. But because of the setting and the fact that the disciplinary committee is very strong in Babcock, I didn't have the effrontery and audacity to beat people up. And like I started this conversation, don't let your age or your past stop you from achieving whatever you want to achieve. And like I always say, my sister, my immediate family, Felicia, Deborah, my mom, I left my son. My mom was now the mother to my son. I left my son at home and I went to school because she said I have to go. So when I first got to school, it was hard staying away from my child. But I survived. I survived the first year, the second year, the third year. I think the third year I was already losing my lane of getting a first class. And I called my mom one day and I told her that she would give this phone to my son. And I told him, I said, see, because we talk about anything. I'm like, guys, see, I don't think IBK will be able to finish this first class. So, because my younger sister finished first class, so the last born, she went to Adeleke. So I said, I cannot do what Auntie Deborah did, though. I'm already tired. And I say, my mom, you can't do it, though. You know that means I used to get first in class. If I'm getting first in class, why will you not get first? You have to get first soon. So all of us will be first together. I think that was one of the push to say, I have to make my son proud. Like, I have to make him proud. So for every time I do something, everybody knows that I'll talk about it relating to my son. So everybody knew me. And the sad part is, single mothers, why are you hiding your child? Hello? Why are you hiding your child? Why are you hiding a girl or a boy? See, they are gifts from God. In whatever circumstances that happen, it has happened. Why would you hide a child? My support system. Gosh, Toyosi, Awayemi. I'm sorry, I'm not calling you by your husband's name. But I love you so much, girl. I love you so much. Recently, Zeja, Yetunde. Randomly, these people would just send me money in school for your son, for your son, for your son, for your son. There were people that, for his birthdays, I didn't need to buy cake. They would just say, it's Darasibi's birthday. Get a gift for him, buy him stuff. It was my younger sister has held it all together. I know she won't want me to say this, but for every time I think about it, I tend to pray for her from my heart. She has been paying my son's school fees for like years now. So I don't have to worry about school fees. She has paid it. Deborah has been showing up. So people don't understand how easy it was for me, because I didn't have so much responsibility in school. So I'm sorry, Debbie. I'm sorry. I know you won't want me to say this, but I'm saying it to the whole world. I'm letting the whole world know that you have a special place in my heart. You have here, Felicia has here, and my mom has here. So all of you together in my heart, always. I love you guys so much that you made it easy for me. You made life so easy. Like, you made everything easy for me. You made it so easy that I didn't have to worry so much about a lot of things. People will only support or give to something they can appreciate. It's not for them to be praised, but what value are you even giving to your friends? Make them want to be proud of you. You have friends, and you're saying your friends have decided they don't talk to you. What did you do to make your friend not talk to you? What did you do to make your friends even run away from you? Despite my circumstances and my very annoying lifestyle and way of life and everything that's happened, I still have friends that I am proud to call friends today. And I'm grateful for the fact that I can share my experience. People can get to learn, and I don't want to waste so much time here, but I'm proud to say that I have healed and I'm still healing, and I'm thankful for open conversation, because I've not done this in a long time. And I'm going to say this to somebody. It's not too late. It's not too late. And you're not too late to the party. I was late to my party, but I finished well and I finished fine. And I know that for somebody listening to me right now, you think you're late for the party, but you're not late. Nobody's checking time. The only time checker is God. I love you, everyone I mentioned. I'm sorry I mentioned your name, but it's all love. And yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Take a moment to...
Yeah. We're not a big family, and I love it so much. I love it. I wish we'd all be together every day and every time. Like, work is not separating us. Life is not separating us. We'll just be in our bubbles every other day. Yeah.
It's mixed emotions for me. I don't even know what to say. For someone that is a talker, I'm struggling to, cause like, that's like serious warfare.
Yeah, and
mixed with love.
Yeah, my mom said, in Yoruba, my mom said, Omo oyato, lomo. So I don't know, like a different.
You're a different child. You are a special child.
A lot of people would not, who would even want to go back to school at 29 and start over again and do pep. Like,
but look at you right now, man.
I did it. It was hard.
You did it. I mean, it's not going to be, something new to you if I'm going to say that, oh, I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you
This is not just like I listened because I was able to take so much from all that you've said.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for making me embarrass myself.
You didn't cry. You only shed tears. There's a difference.
Actually, I didn't because I thought I was going to do more than this, but I think I'm wearing my.
I gave
flesh,
you
my
heads up
skin
now.
back. Eh?
I gave you heads up. I told you ahead. Don't cry. You know, but
No, but I think I feel at ease.
you feel better.
Yes. I feel at ease.
Gosh, I'm super proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And I said something recently, like, don't allow life's dysfunction make you feel unworthy of a miracle you prayed for. Like, we make mistakes, right? So, God will love you regardless. I don't know, like, sometimes they would preach about it that, oh, some people use that to now misbehave because grace is always there and all of that. But I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that, you know, you fall into something.
Yeah, and then you get back together.
You just lock yourself there like, no, God, I can't pray. I can't, you know, that's when you're supposed to actually move closer to God.
And that's when you're supposed to be more firebrand.
Because, like, your miracle will not hang in the air. You're a child of God. Like, it will still come to you, you know. And I think that's one of the things that you had to do with the help of people around you and the love and the support and all of that.
Specifically with the help of people.
Yes. So that's why when I hear nobody's coming to save you, I don't, that statement, never. I will never accept it or agree to it.
People will save you. And please, like I said, if people are even coming to save you too, allow them.
True that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hi. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more episodes. See you on the next one.